Assignment 2.3, Dimensional Modeling by Dylan Dawson. Now we're going to talk about four-step dimensional design process. The four steps are: select the business process, declare the grain, identify the dimensions, identify the facts. As you all may know, designing a dimensional model can be both terrifying and time-consuming. If we follow the four-step dimensional design process, we can surely succeed in making a dimensional model that will fit Dawson's sports and outdoors every need. First, we will need to make a schedule for the days that we will meet. According to Ross, we shouldn't try to hammer all the details out all at once. We should have short 3-day meetings per week for a few weeks so that people not only have time to update their visions of documents, but it also keeps people from refreshing already decided on decisions. Okay, now we're going to talk about handling basic fact tables. Once we have decided what our process and grain will be, we can make our fact table. According to Kimball, fact tables are the foundation of the data warehouse. The grain is what our entire fact table will be built on. Once we have decided on the grain, it will be easier to keep the numeric measures and foreign keys grounded and precise. One of the most important tips for us to keep in mind is that we need to stay true to the grain. What this means is that we need to use dimensions that cannot be divided, sliced, or diced, because those may not be able to answer questions that may be asked in the future. There are three types of fact tables we can choose from: transaction, periodic snapshot, accumulating snapshot. OLAP other alternatives. An online analytical processing cube, or OLAP cube, is a dimensional model that is end result of a dimensional data warehouse business intelligence system. They are accessed through more analytic languages such as XMLA. According to Kimball Group, they may exist as an aggregate structure based on a more atomic rational star scheme. Alternative dimensional models are the star schemes, which are dimensional structures that consist of a fact table linked to foreign keys. Example of dimensions and applicable components. Enterprise data management schemes. Star scheme has a simpler design, is comprised of a fact table and primary key, and foreign key dimension tables. It is simpler to understand, but takes up more space. It is named after a star because that is what it is shaped like. Snowflake scheme. Similar to the star scheme, but more complex. Has the facts table, dimensions, and subdimensions. Less likely to have redundancy issues, which helps prevent memory waste. The snowflake scheme is more easily managed, but has a more complex design. This is also why it is called the snowflake scheme, because it looks like a snowflake. I would suggest the star scheme because even though there is a higher chance of redundancy and harder to maintain, it is simpler.